Hi guys! Today we're going to look at a channel called Minecraft Schoolboys 2011. They have 6 videos. The first video is titled, We Dig a Mine with Bob. It starts with them talking to each other in their house. They decide to go to a cave and get cobblestone for a wall that will be built in the second video. They start digging and Bob asks if they can find diamonds. But then while John is digging he stops and says he needs some torches and Bob gives him some. Then a loud ringing noise plays as they go into a small cave, and the recording ends abruptly. The next video is titled, We Build a Stone Wall for Monsters, but look at the description of the video real quick. It says that they are building a stone wall against monsters, but Bob has been acting very strange lately. The video begins with John and Bob going outside to build the stone wall. They build the wall around their house while talking to each other. It begins to get dark, so they go back to their house. 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the video, a strange beeping noise begins playing for a few seconds, then stops while John is making an entrance to the wall. While he is going back inside, "Help Me" flashes on the screen for a brief second. Once he is inside, the screen turns white for a second. John then tells Bob he's going to tidy up the house. While he's smelting some iron in a furnace, the screen goes white for a second once more. At the end of the video, John turns around to see Bob holding a diamond sword and that he is running towards him. The recording ends. The third video is titled, Bob is Making Fun of Me Again. The description says, I'm sick of these jokes, Bob, already. Bob is not a serious person at all. So is Bob coming at him with a sort of joke? The video begins with John loading into his game and Bob greeting him. Then John asks why he scared him yesterday. But then Bob says he didn't play yesterday. John asks who was playing that day then. Bob then says that his mom told him he was playing too much. John is very confused because he saw Bob online yesterday. Then a strange noise plays for a second. Then John says, I see you have finished building our wall. But Bob looks at him and says that it's not funny, and asks why he built the wall without him. John asks how he's doing, and he says he's fine. And then John leaves the server with the recording ending. Why did John leave? Was he scared? Or was he mad because he thought he was playing a prank on him? The fourth video is super strange. It's titled, Chopping Down a Tree Without Bob. John goes to the forest and cuts down a tree. He goes to the next tree, but sees that trunk is gone, and another tree is missing its trunk too. He cuts down some other tree that are not cut down yet. As John goes deeper into the forest, he sees more trees with missing trunks, and then he sees some torches and a sign. He goes closer to it and sees that it is a grave for Bob. He carefully walks to it and sees Bob's full name and 2001 to 2010. John looks pretty freaked out at seeing this and looks around. The video ends. The description said he found some strange buildings of Bob's. Why would Bob build his own grave? It's so strange. Moving on to the fifth video. This one is really strange because it has no title. The video starts with John and Bob in the mine entrance. They greet each other. Then John heads into the mine and starts digging. John finds a strange stone room and then randomly takes damage, with a high-pitched ringing noise and his screen going all glitchy. He is taken to a long and dark stone hallway, and his items are gone. His screen goes glitchy again, and the noise comes back. And then he is taken to the end of the hallway, where there are 2 signs. One says Bob's full name, 2001-2010, and the other sign says, You killed me. Then a chat message appears. It says, It's your fault. The player's username is a question mark. John freaks out and says, What the heck? And what are you doing? He hears footsteps behind him and turns around to see, but his screen goes glitchy again. He leaves the game, and the video ends. John is back in the hallway with the 2 signs. For some weird reason, he's at half health. He breaks the signs and torches, then uses his fist to break out of the hallway. He walks back to the house, but the screen flashes red. He looks around everywhere while walking. Once back in his house, he takes some food to heal himself. He also takes some cobblestone blocks then leaves the house. Another red flash. He goes to the spot where Bob's grave is supposed to be, but it's not there. He builds the grave. Then another red flash. He walks away. A longer red flash. He looks back at the grave, but the sign says, "Hi, John." John writes B.O.B. on the sign. He looks away for a moment, and then sees that the sign now says, "I am." John takes the sign and writes B.O.B. "Please excuse me" on it. He looks away again, and then looks back. Then the sign reads, "I will never forgive you." John then writes B.O.B. "I am sorry for what I did. Please leave me alone." Then a red flash. He goes back to the grave, and the sign reads, "My soul will hunt you forever." John begins to write something, but the screen gets glitchy, and a weird sound plays. He turns and sees Bob's character holding a diamond sword and staring at him. The video then ends. What happened to John? We may never know.